Hi, my name is Ellen DeGeneres, and today on the show we have a stroke patient and her physical therapist who have seen significant results with whole body vibration therapy. Please welcome Sherilyn and Kristen.
Hi, I'm Sherilyn and I'm a physical therapist. I wanted to share with you all what I found in the study I was a part of called Whole Body Vibration Training for Lower Limb Motor Function among Stroke Patients. But before we get into the details, I would like to introduce to you one of our participants in the study.
Hi, I'm Kristen, and in August of 2013, I was asked to be in a study with 32 other individuals who also suffered a stroke and had a hemiparesis sequela due to their stroke. 27 of us finished the study, and most of us improved a great deal.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you had a stroke, but it sounds like you found the right people to recover with. Now, how did you all meet each other?
My team and I used a convenient sample of subjects recruited from the same physical therapy and neurological outpatient clinic. Inclusion criteria was hemiparesis, had a stroke more than 2 months ago, age above 20 years old, mental competence, and decreased motor function. The exclusion criteria was any other neurological damage, preserved motor function, herniated disc, and acute thrombosis.
It was divided into 4 steps. First, eval of clinical data. Second, vibration therapy for 2 months. Third, re-eval after the intervention. And fourth, a 1-month follow-up.
Now, for those of you at home that aren't familiar with whole body vibration therapy, these are power plates that act to produce a rise in excitability of corticospinal projections, leading to an improvement of motor acquisitions. They are commonly used from anyone from athletes to the elderly to improve gait, posture, balance, muscle control. Now, Kristen, can you tell me more about the interventions that were done?
Yes. The first stage had 3 sessions per week for 4 weeks, with each session consisting of 4 applications of 60 seconds of vibration therapy and a 60-second interval in between. In the second stage, the number of vibration applications was doubled to 8, also consisting of 60 seconds of vibration followed by a 60-second interval in order to avoid fatigue.
Interesting. Now, before everyone out there goes home and jumps on a power plate, Sherilyn, can you talk to us more about the interventions of the study?
Sure, but I think it's also helpful if I show you too. First off, we tested the patient's performance in the 6-minute walk test, timed up and go, and stair climbing test. In these graphs, initial evaluation is IE, FE is final examination, and F is the follow-up. The graphs from left to right show the results of the stair climbing test, timed up and go, and 6-minute walk test.
For the overall results of the study, the 6-minute walk test, there were significant differences between the initial and final evaluations, as well as between the initial and follow-up. However, there were no significant differences between the final evaluation and the follow-up. While there were improvements, there was no significant difference from the initial eval, the final evaluation, and the follow-up for the 6-minute walk test and the timed up and go. Can we talk some more about the threats to internal and external validity?
Well, I can tell you that the study used a convenient sample of subjects recruited from the same place, and the intervention was done at the same place. It was all conducted at the Human Motor Function Laboratory at a university in Brazil. Patients were tested at 3 different times, initial eval, after the intervention, and 1 month later. This all took place about 5 years ago, and everyone participated at the same time, so the results are generalizable to practicing therapists today.
For the internal validity, independent variable is vibration therapy given 3 sessions per week for 8 weeks. And the dependent variable is how mobile the patients were, which was measured by the 3 tests, the stair climbing, tug, and 6-minute walk test. The study concludes that 8 weeks of vibration therapy can contribute to the improvement of lower limb motor function in stroke patients due to sensory receptor stimulation. The p-value from the initial to final and initial to follow-up was 0, meaning there was no chance it happened by error and that the intervention actually worked.
Very interesting. Overall, so the strengths of your study was that it was double-blinded. Some of the weaknesses of this study is that there was no randomization and there was no control group. All of the patients received the intervention. The follow-up was only for 1 month, and it doesn't address the long-term effect of vibration therapy intervention on stroke patients. And there could be potentially some other factors that could contribute to the improvement seen in those patients.
Yes, this is true.
Oh, so what are the clinical applications to this study?
There are many places that vibration plates are accessible, such as gyms and clinics, so it is important to know if it is actually effective in the treatment of these patients.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today. That's all, folks. And remember, go on and be kind to one another.